Hello YouTube, this is Stephen Butters, and right here we have my Transformers collection. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my Transformers collection. This? No. This? No. Yes. This is my entire Transformers collection. And today we'll be taking a look at all of the Decepticons, Decepticon Deluxes, Voyagers, Titans, and the Autobots, Legion, Deluxe, Voyager, and somewhere between a Leader and a Titan. So let's take a look at some smaller groups of them. Okay, we're going to start out by taking a look at the Voyager Autobots that I have. On the far left, we have Whirl. He turns into a helicopter, and he's generally an idiot. Next, we have the Dark of the Moon G1 paint job Ironhide. And here we have the Generations Combiner Wars Hotspot, who I think is probably the best Combiner Wars Voyager out. And then we have Optimus Prime, who, he's the Age of Extinction Voyager Optimus Prime, and I believe that he's the best Age of Extinction action figure. And then we have Sandstorm, the Generation Sandstorm action figure, which is pretty cool. And then we've got Age of Extinction Voyager Hound, and that one's also pretty good. And then on the far end, we have the 2007 G1 paint job Michael Bay Ratchet. And I wasn't sure whether to classify him as a Voyager or a Deluxe, because in terms of height, he's pretty much in between, but he's too tall to be a Deluxe, so I decided to call him a Voyager. So that's all for their robot modes. And now, on to the vehicle modes. So first up, we have Whirl again, and his helicopter mode is pretty cool looking. He has some missile launchers here and here, a Gatling gun thing up here, some missile things here, and yeah, it's a pretty nice helicopter. Now we have the Dark of the Moon Voyager Hound in his nice GMC pickup truck, and he came with this Gatling gun, which is cool. It spins, and I got this from my cousin. This is Sentinel's gun, the Voyager Sentinel. I put it with Ironhide for whatever reason. And now on to Generations Hotspot. Generations Hotspot is, as I said, probably the best Generations, Combiner Wars Voyager out. And this ladder goes way up. I think that ladder is actually taller than he is long, which is pretty crazy. And now, Age of Extinction Voyager Optimus Prime, probably as one of the smallest, most compact Voyager alternate modes that I've ever seen. as you can see, for a Voyager, he's not very big in his vehicle mode. But in his robot mode, he's actually quite tall compared to the others. And here is Sandstorm. He has his gun on top, which is pretty cool. And this is his like dune buggy mode. He's got spinning wheels and stuff. And this is Sandstorm's like hovercraft helicopter thing. I think this one is the cooler looking vehicle mode, but as you can see, it doesn't stick together as well because the arms don't tab in. And now Hound is a cool truck thing. Yeah, and this is its vehicle mode from Age of Extinction, but it has a different paint job than the movie, but it's still really cool looking. And last, we have Ratchet in his ambulance mode, and he looks a lot better in the ambulance mode than he does in his vehicle mode. And that's it for the Voyager Autobots. And now we're on to my Autobot Deluxes. If I counted them correctly, well, I have 11. So, let's take a look at them. First off, we have Rook. He's the new guy on the Protector Bots team because they finally decided that having a motorcycle the size of an ambulance is a bit ridiculous. And so we ended up getting Rook. And he's pretty cool. And here is Streetwise, or Gumball. And he's pretty cool. He's got like his little shotgun. Gonna kill some Decepticons with it. He doesn't believe in tasers. Next we have Blades. Also one of the Protector Bots. He has the gun that came with Alpha Bravo. And I really like the Alpha Bravo mode, especially these feet here. And so yeah, that's Blades. And last of the Protector Bots, we have First Aid, who in the comics I believe he's like Ratchet's trainee. He's got an axe. And now I've got right here the Classics Ironhide. This gun. He's pretty cool. And he's refusing to stand up. There we go. And now we have the Generation Skids. He's got a lot of guns, missile launcher shoulders. Pretty cool. And I just killed Ironhide. And now, this is probably my favorite Michael Bay Transformer. And this is Crosshairs. He's got his gun. He's got his trench coat. He's ready for whatever it is he's going to do. Then here's Drift, my personal favorite Age of Extinction Deluxe, because I just like the look of him. So yeah, he's very cool. And I killed Topspin, but we'll look at him later. Here is Roadbuster. He's got missile pods and like a chainsaw gun. Yeah. That's a bit stuck. There we go. It flips out. Become a bigger chainsaw gun. Yeah. And here's Topspin, who died earlier. He's got bigger missile pods and a claw gun. Not sure how good the camera's getting this. Yeah, there's that. And last but not least, we have the Robots in Disguise Warrior Class Optimus Prime with his axe. And he's pretty cool. Yeah. And now the vehicle modes. This is Rook. And now Streetwise. And now Blades. And now First Aid. And Ironhide. That printed transparent plastic has seen better days. Here is Skids and Crosshairs and Drift in his very cool vehicle mode. And now on to Roadbuster, who could almost be like a replica of his vehicle mode. Then for these two, the Michael Bay, Deluxes did a really good job in capturing the vehicle they turn into. And then this is Topspin, and he looks how he did in the movie, unlike Roadbuster. And then last, here's Optimus Prime. I'm going to use him in stop motion, but not as Optimus, but as Orion Pax. So now let's get on to the littlest ones. Okay, these guys right here are all of my Autobot legend classes. In fact, these are my only legend classes because I don't have any Decepticon legends. Just Decepticon legions. So over here we have little Bumblebee, and then this is Groove, the guy Rook replaced. He's the chest master for Defensor, and this is Steel Shot. He's actually holding the gun that came with him and Bumblebee. This is the Age of Extinction Deluxe Bumblebee that I, for some reason, forgot to show with the other Deluxe Autobots. And he's cool with his transforming gun arm. He's got a visor that goes up and down. And this is Bumblebee's vehicle mode, which I believe is either a 2014 or 2015 Camaro, but it's really cool looking. But anyway, enough with the forgotten Bumblebee. Back to these guys. So we've got the Legion's Bumblebee. Well, Legends Bumblebee that came with this Bumblebee. And we have Groove in his motorcycle mode, which was too small to be Defensor's leg. And we have Steel Shot as his dual cannon tank thing. And now we go to the Decepticon Voyagers in their robot modes. So, I have a total of 11 Decepticon Voyagers. And starting at the left, we have Mixmaster, the Combiner Wars Generations Mixmaster. Then the Combiner Wars Generations Scavenger. Then we have Scrapper, who I believe he's the shortest, even though he's their leader. He's got a bit of a Napoleon thing going on there. And here's the Generations Blitzwing, who's a triple changer. Here's Dark of the Moon Shockwave with his gun arm. Here's Dark of the Moon Megatron. And here's Combiner Wars Motormaster. I'm going to be getting Onslaught hopefully soon. Here is Galvatron from Age of Extinction. This is Combiner Wars Long Haul. This is Combiner Wars Bone Crusher. And last, we have Combiner Wars Hook. Now let's take a look at their vehicle modes. So, these are them in their vehicle modes. And we're going in the same order as last time. First, we have Mixmaster as a modern cement truck. People don't like that, but I don't have a problem with it because that is how cement trucks look. And now here is Scavenger as his backhoe. That was my favorite construction vehicle when I was little. And then here's Scrapper and Blitzwing in his tank mode and his jet mode. And now here we have Shockwave, who turns into some sort of Cybertronian tank. Megatron, who is a water vehicle, bit of a shabby, rusty old one. Then here is Motormaster. He turns into a pretty big flat-faced semi-truck, and so does Galvatron. And then over here we have Long Haul in his dump truck mode, and he has a pretty much all of Devastator's kibble carried on his back. Yes, he's hauling the long load. And then here's Bone Crusher. And last we have Hook, and he's like a crane. Deluxes. I have 12 or 14. No, yes, 14 Decepticon Deluxe Transformers. So let's take a look at them. First, we have the Generations Combiner Wars Blast Off, and he turns into a jet, which a lot of people take issue with, but I kind of like that because I don't want a space shuttle the size of a car. But anyway, here's Swindle and Off-Road. These are all Combiner Wars. And Dead End, who is personally my favorite of the Stunticons. Even though some people don't like him, I think he looks pretty cool. And this is Generations Waspinator. He's not Combiner Wars. And Generations Skywarp. And then we have Dark of the Moon, Deluxe Starscream. And he's a pretty nice representation of how he looked in the movie. And then we have the Age of Extinction, Deluxe Lockdown with his face gun. And that can be taken off. Whoa. And then we can see his face. And now we have Barricade. He's got little skinny chicken legs. And a Mech Tech Gatling gun claw thing. So it's got a Gatling gun and a claw. And he turns into a cool looking police car. We have the Generations Minicon Assault Team with his gun. He's made out of some tiny little war vehicles. And now we have Breakdown, Combiner Wars Breakdown. He is my least favorite Stunticon. I just don't like the proportions on him very much. And this is the Combiner Wars Combiner Wars drag strip. Yes, I got the name. And here is Combiner Wars Brawl. And some people don't like the fact that he is hollow in the middle. I don't mind that because, you know, he's a robot. He doesn't really need a stomach, but some people still have issue with it. And then here is Vortex, who's just a straight up repaint of Alpha Bravo. He doesn't even have a new head sculpt, it's just the same. But anyway, yeah, that's it for the robot modes. Now on to the vehicle mode. And here they are. So, these are what they all look like in their vehicle modes. They look pretty nice. First off, we have Blast Off. And like I said, it's controversial that he's not a space shuttle, but I don't mind that. But I didn't flip down his fin, which I do mind. Anyway, moving on to Swindle, who turns into a very cool looking Jeep with the wheels and a gun on top. And then here is Off-Road as his truck. And here is Dead End with the tailpipe that some people don't like. And here's Waspinator as his B mode. Here's Skywarp, which apparently is a moron, especially compared to Starscream. And here's Starscream in his jet mode, and he looks pretty cool. Here's Lockdown in his Lamborghini mode, and he looks pretty amazing. There's a Lamborghini there. And then here is Barricade as his police car. And on the side, instead of to protect and serve, it says to punish and enslave. The camera can't get that very well because it's pretty small. Then the Minicon Assault Team, they have vehicle modes, but I'm showing that later. And then here is Breakdown with 15 Racing on the windshield. He looks cool in vehicle mode. Here's Drag Strip, who I totally never forget the name of. Here's Brawl. His tank mode looks really cool. And here's Alpha Bravo. Just kidding, this is Vortex, who is a gray Alpha Bravo. So, these are my Decepticon Legends class figures. As you can see, they're quite small. Only the size of my finger. So yeah, this guy, he's the jet guy, part of the Minicon Assault Team. And this is the, well, she turns into the helicopter. She turns into the head of the well, Minicon combiner. And then this guy, he's the muscle of the group with his big cannon. He turns into a tank. Then this guy is one of the dreads. It's definitely not Hatchet. I believe that he's Crankcase. Well, that's it for the robot modes. And these are their vehicle modes. So this guy here, not quite sure his name, or if he even has one, is a little jet thing. These stabilizer wings, I think they are a bit far out. It looks kind of weird, but that's fine at that size. And then here she is in her helicopter mode. Still, I don't know her name. And she actually has 4 propeller blades. All my other helicopter transformers just have 2. And then here comes Brawl, just kidding. This is just tiny tank guy with his cannon. And a combiner, or his combiner, could probably stand on this peg, this handle thing here, and wear it as a foot if you got 2 Minicon Assault Teams, and then flip this down for the heel spur. And that would be pretty darn cool. And last but not least, we have the tiny Dread with his police lights. He even has a tiny little Chevy logo. Don't know if you can see that, but yeah, right on the grill there, tiny little Chevy logo. Because he does turn into a Suburban. It's pretty cool. That Decepticon tattoo does not belong, or else it wouldn't be very, very surprise attack worthy. So that's all for that. This is the team you've been waiting for the whole video. You saw them at the beginning, and you haven't seen them since. Where are they? They're right here. These are the Dinobots. And I think that they are my favorite team, because I just like the Dinobots. They're really cool. Starting off, we have Snarl. Yeah, I think that's what this one is. No, that's the other one. This one is Slog. Yeah, I got the name wrong, and that's what happens when you're the worst. But yeah, he's really cool. He's got his giant shoulder pads of doom. He's got his swords. His back looks cool. And this one, if I'm getting this right, is Slug. And he's got guns on his shoulder. He's got big, beefy legs. I think he's probably better looking than Grimlock. On the back, though, you can see his dino head, which is a bit of a drawback, but where else are you supposed to put it when you transform him? But he doesn't stand up very well. His legs are kind of floppy, which is going to be annoying for stop motion. See, he just falls over. By the way, here's Grimlock. Very cool, with his dinosaur shoulder pads. His feet are cool, but his legs are pretty skinny compared to his body. Wish they were thicker. He's got a bit of a backpack, but that's not really bothersome. And he's got a really cool weapon. Here is everyone's Snarl in my book. This guy is Scorn, and some people are saying he's the best Age of Extinction figure, period. And I can see that, because he is pretty darn cool. He's got a nice red color, cool fins on his back, and a cool cutlass. It's a cutlass, not a sword. Unless I'm getting it wrong, which I very well could be. And then this guy, he turns into the two-headed Pteranodon. In G1 he was called Swoop, but now they're calling him Strafe, which I believe is the name of one of the Technobots. But anyway, here he is. And that's that for their robot modes. These are their vehicle modes. Vehicle modes? Vehicle modes. We're starting off here with Slag. He turns into three-horned dinosaur, presumably a Triceratops, but I don't know. I'm not a paleontologist. I don't know if that's the exact species. And here are its swords again. They can plug into the sides, but it looks ridiculous, so I didn't do that. And then here, clear up here, is Slug. He turns into some sort of sauropod, or long-necked dinosaur. And he's still got all of his guns on him. And he's got a really impressive stance, and he's still really cool in this mode. And here is Grimlock. Some people say he's got the best dino mode. He turns into a big Tyrannosaurus Rex with a working jaw. And so yeah, that's really cool. It would be cool if the jaw was default. It was closed by default and you had to press the button to open it. But no, it's the other way around, which is a bit of a bummer. And here is Scorn. He's an Allosaurus. I mean, not an Allosaurus. He's a Spinosaurus. Not sure the exact species, but yeah, he's got his spine and a really cool head with opening mouth. Then here is Strafe. Swoop, Strafe. Okay. And he's very front heavy, as you can see. But anyway, yeah. He stands up and falls over. He's got 2 heads and a very impressive wingspan. Like, that's, yeah, longer than Grimlock there. So yeah. Anyways, they're the Dinobots. These two like to fall over backwards on their bums, but they're still pretty cool. And now, on to the combiners. So yeah, these are my combiners slash really big transformers. I have 4 of them, as you can see, and they are quite cool looking together. So yeah, as you can see, they vary in height quite a bit. Let's start with Menasor. He is made out of the Stunticons, and he's pretty cool. He is 11 inches tall. And yeah. And now we have Defensor. He's my favorite Autobot combiner. I just like the character and the action figure. He is 10.5 inches tall, which is pretty darn big for a Transformer. Next we have Devastator. He is my tallest Transformer and one of the tallest Transformers ever made. He stands at a whopping 17 inches tall. And he is a force of devastation. Now we have Optimus with his trailer suit. I like to call it Optimus Maximus, even though that's the name of the combiner that Optimus is a leader of. He is 12 inches tall and has an incredible wingspan of, I believe, 22 inches. I also have all of the Limbots to make Bruticus. But, unfortunately, there is no Bruticus, because when I purchased these, Onslaught was not available for sale on Big Bad Toy Store. So right now, I'm only at 5 combiners. I'm hoping to get Onslaught soon, but as of this video, these are all of the Transformers I have. Sorry it took me so long, but school is hard and I get busy. I'll try to release a video every week, but no promises. Goodbye for now.